Hey, trying to get hydrated. Have you drank your water today? Anyhow, anywho. All right, I'm finally getting to them. I'm getting to my Middle Easterns. Now, these are my affordable Middle Easterns. I might come back. Well, I think my other ones I just put in with everything, with my niche. So this is my affordable Middle Easterns. We're going to talk about, because, you know, that's hot. Anyway, so to be quite honest, I have not been buying as many Middle Easterns. I've been saying this for a couple of lives and everything. I'm kind of over the Middle Eastern hype. So for me, because like I said, these Middle Easterns can multiply too quickly. So for me, excuse me, I am being a little more intentional with my purchasing of them. I'm not just buying them because, oh my God, they're cheap, they're inexpensive, and you know, they are really good. But I just don't have the storage capacity to keep them all. And the other thing I am doing with them is, if I am moving them out faster, decluttering them. So even if they're a good Middle Eastern, if I feel like I'm not going to wear it, or it's, you know, I don't need it, I'm putting them in my declutters. Because, you know, it's like I can buy 2 or 3 at a time, sometimes 4 or 5. So I need to really like keep it low. And I am kind of over the Middle Easterns, mainly because they're being super hyped right now. And it's like now everybody's acting like nothing else exists but the Middle Easterns, especially when it comes to affordable fragrances. So y'all know I'm coming with affordables that are not Middle Eastern also, because I feel like this is just becoming ridiculous. And everybody, you know, listen, it's for trends, it's for viralness, because people are looking at them. So even though I think they're a good value and stuff, I'm going to be a tad more choosy about my Middle Eastern purchases, because I just can't keep them at no. Okay, so let's get into the spring Middle Easterns that I. So before we get started, let's do a little housekeeping. I tend to forget to say these things, but let's do a little housekeeping before we talk about these Middle Eastern. Number 1, hey, how you doing? What's going on in your life? If you want to tell me something, how your life is or how you've been feeling lately, let me know. Because, you know, sometimes we need to just, we need to vent a little, even if it's with strangers, because sometimes the people around us we really can't talk to. So, you know, if you feel like you need to say something, you need to get something off your back, either put it in the comments, or you can hit me up, hit my DMs up on IG, or send me an email. That's fine too. I'm slow to respond, but I do respond. I'm just saying. So that's first off. I want to make sure my whole squad is doing well. If you are new and you like what, go ahead, hit subscribe. You hit the subscribe. We good here. The other thing I have to say is, all of these fragrances that we're talking about, the majority of them I either got on Jomashop or Triple Traders, except for maybe a couple I got from Fragrance Net, but the majority it came from Jomashop and Triple Traders. And let's not forget, your Perfume hole right here has affiliate links with both of those companies, Jomashop and Triple Traders. So it will be in the description box, and it's going to be in all my description boxes from now on. I just have to make sure I put it in to make sure that, you know, you help support this channel and help a hoe out so I can keep buying fragrances. So we all know we shop at Jomashop, so go ahead and hit that. Listen, go ahead and make that your bookmark, my landing page, as your Jomashop beginning page. That way, when you go in and you hit that, you take it's on me. And I appreciate you, and I thank y'all for doing that, because it will help me, you know, buy things and make sure that, you know, and you know, listen, we shop, so I try to make sure I let y'all know about the deals on there. Now, Triple Traders, You know, that's the OG on the Middle Easterns. So make sure if you're using it, make sure you hit my link down in the description box and use my code to get that 10% off. That's LuuLuu67. We're gonna put it right there. Now, so that's all I wanted to say, you know, because I tend to forget to do this kind of stuff. I just go straight in and talk. But I do need to say things like that. Oh, and before I forget, if you are new here, make sure you know y'all like it. Go ahead and hit subscribe. That's just, you know, something you should do. Because we get it in over here. Because 2024, I decided with my 57th year, you know, I was trying to be nicer, but I'm just going to be me. And that's not always nice. All right. So the spring Middle Easterns, I have a couple that I feel are more summertime. And maybe by then I'll have a few more that are more summertime or just some newer, warmer weather Middle Easterns so that I can beef that up in the summer, because I just didn't feel like they kind of vibe at this time of year, because there's certain scents that we just, you know, come on, we don't vibe with them at this time of year. When it's springtime, you know, we doing fruity ones, but we want a certain type of fruit. For me, when florals, things like that, musky, all that good stuff. So these are the ones I have now. So I'm gonna start it right here. This is popular. It's going in and out of stock. This is Taskeen. This is the original one. They're calling it peach tea, and that's why, because it is a peachy candy like vibe. So this is giving peach candy. It does have tea in it, so as it dries down you get the tea, but really what you get in the beginning is peach rings. It smells like peach rings to me. And I will say the peach lasts long. And then as it dries down, you get that tea and a little muskiness. So it's really a delightful fragrance for springtime. So this is Taskeen this is by Paris Corner. So this is a Paris Corner one. All right, next up, let's do the Yaras. Let's just get them out the way. Let's talk about the original Yara. Loved or hated, she's a good fragrance. I like her. She's a strawberry milkshake, very creamy, gives me that strawberry vibe, and I'm in a strawberry mood this season. So this is Yara's strawberry. So this is the pink Yara, which is the strawberry one. So that is giving, you know, it's giving that creamy. It'll go probably well with my strawberries and whipped cream by Sugar Mama, and I think Sugar Mama will amp this up a little more in here. And then we have Yara Moi. This is the Moi. I had to remember which one was which. This is Yara Moi, and this is the peachy one. I haven't worn this in a while because I was wearing this last summer. But this is Yara Moi, and this is the peachy Yara. Yeah, it's giving peach. Now, as opposed to Taskeen, which is peach, peach rings, more candy-like, this is more peach, the fruit. So it has a juicy peach vibe to it. So if you want candy-like, go with Taskeen. If you want just a more peachy, spring-like vibe, go with the Yara Moi. So that is Yara Moi. Alright, I'm just going to touch on these really quickly because everybody can get these. You know, we all know what these are. This is Maison Alhambra's Bright Peach, which is, of course, Bitter Peach by Tom Ford, and a dupe of that. And then this is Rose Petals, which is Rose Prick. These are what they are. They've been around for a minute. There are other companies that are duping them. So if you can't find these, go ahead and go with the other companies and just grab your dupe of it, because these are really good for just wearing or really layering with things. These are really good layering fragrances. But if you want to just wear peach, wear this one, because it's got that little spicy kind of peachy vibe. And then Rose Petals has that sharpness, which I like, and sharp green vibe. So that is the Lattafa Fords. All right, let's go with a few of these. This is Awan. This had a moment, but it didn't last long. This is very orange blossom, very white floral. It also has bergamot and orange in it, so it's very citrus, but it's citrus in a sweet, juicy way as opposed to a sharp, tangy way. And then it's got the orange blossom, so it's white florals and citrusy and sweet. And then it dries down. It has musk and sandalwood and patchouli, so it's very musky and woody as it dries down, but you still get that sweetness because that orange blossom holds, and that jasmine, so you get that white floral vibe. So that's it. Y'all know I can do, I do white floral moments all the time. Now, of course, this is Tharwa Gold, which is similar to Libra Intense. This is kind of like all year round, but I really do like it right now too, especially in the springtime, because it's giving you that lavender and that let me get it out. The lavender is not as intense as this, as in the Libras. So Libs, however they want to say it, and it's more about the florals, the sweetness. It's honestly, to me, because I've tried them both, this is a little more smooth and mellow. So I like this one better than Libra Intense, but that's because the lavender is toned down some. So this is beautiful for this time of year. All right, next up is Niche Royal Vert, which is a dupe of Vert Malachite by Armani Privé. So this one is another white floral, but this one is jasmine, and it has jasmine in it, but it has ylang ylang in it, and it also has a little lily. So that lily gives it that kind of sharp lily vibe to it. It also had some bergamot and orange, and petitgrain. So it has this kind of citrus, but not really. The citrus is just there to like give it to balance out all those florals, and then it's got vanilla and benzoin, so it's very sweet and slightly vanillic. But I will say this, the vanilla isn't too vanilla. It's, I've never smelled Vert Malachite, but if it smells like this, I understand the hype of it, because this is just a really elegant and refined white floral, and it has a little difference to it. So and when I say it has a little difference to it, there's this the fruitiness, the citruses are so well done, but they're not too much. The florals are quite stunning, and that lily gives it a different vibe than just the jasmine and the ylang ylang. It gives it this kind of real elegance to it, because I love the scent of lilies, so it really does amplify that. And then the vanilla and the benzoin is just like a hint, a touch of it. So as it dries down, you get a little vanilla sweetness, but it's not too much. So this is Niche Royal Vert. So this is perfect for like right now, when it's 60-70 degrees, and it's very much so because people are getting out more. It's that time of year. People are having parties, people are going to events. This is a very good event fragrance, because it's going to stand out and be a crowd pleaser, but not be so well known that everybody's gonna smell like this. All right, next up is Yakin by Asdaaf, which is another company, another Latafa company. This is a dupe of Marfa. I think I did a short on this, because I actually have a sample of Marfa, and this is a dupe of it. It really is. But baby, this is such a gorgeous fragrance to me. I love it. I'm like, if this is what Marfa smells like, I'm so glad I have this, because if I had that sample of Marfa, I'd have been trying to buy it. So luckily I got this first and tried the sample and was like, okay, they are the same. I don't need Marfa. That's how good this is. Oh man. This is orange blossom and orange, and then it has the tuberose and ylang ylang, and then it has agave. Who knew? And I think that's what gives it this really more interesting white floral, because we know this is a white floral. I'm a white floral hoe. I am a white floral hoe. I'm just going to say white florals. I'm not even going to say a tuberose hoe. I'm a white floral hoe. I love tuberose. I love jasmine. I love gardenia. I love my orange blossom. I love them all. So I can have all kinds of white florals and just be in my happy space. And I'm really in this floral kind of more leaning more feminine mode. Soft. I think a lot of us are, though. I don't know what's going on, but that's the vibe this year. But it's soft and it's floral and it's, you know, powdery and musky. Oh, so yeah, this is, yes. I know I don't have a super dent in it, but yeah, I'm pulling this one out this year. She coming back out. And then it has musk and cedar, so the woods are so well blended as it dries down, but you still have these stunning florals. And then I think that agave, because I don't know what agave smells like, I know what it tastes like, tequila. So I think it's giving a slightly booziness to it, that agave. Because, you know, all I know about is agave is this is tequila. I'm just here to say that. Okay? I'm just here to say that. All right, next up are these. I think these are considered Asdaaf too. I don't know. Might be. So the first one is Andalib Flora. I mean, no, sorry. This is the original Andalib. I think this one is by Asdaaf too. Which would make, I think this is this is Al Andalib. Let me say this stuff right. This is Al Andalib. All right, so here we go. All right, so this has orange and mandarin and a little rose and jasmine. So this is a floral, but this leans really on the florals, and it's got the patchouli and the sandalwood and vetiver. So as it dries down, you get this really nice woody kind of, as they say, chypre vibe to it. This is not liked by everybody. Oh, she's getting a little bit darker. And not everybody likes her. I like her. I find her a really stunning floral with the woodiness that really makes it more interesting. But for me, this is primarily a floral. The citrus, the orange and the mandarin orange and everything, just really enhance the florals to me, because it's jasmine and rose. So it's not this incredibly complex fragrance, but it is a really beautiful fragrance to me. So this is this one. Then I have Al Andalib Flora with the little purple stuff, right? The difference to me on this one is that this is fruity notes and everything, but this has a little juicier fruity notes to me. When I'm wearing it, I get a little juicier fruity notes. And what I mean by that is that they just, as opposed to being citrusy, this one is just fruity, and it's like this juicy fruity vibe to it, and florals. They really, like, if you look up the notes for this one, it's not a whole lot of notes going on. It's like fruity notes. I think it's got floral notes, and that's exactly what it vibes like. But I will say this, and when I've worn it, I really enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you smell the whiffs on, you'd be like, dang, I smell really good. And so that's what I will say about it. It's nothing that's like groundbreaking. It's nothing that's going to be like, oh my God, but you're going to smell pretty. You're going to enjoy the scent on you, and it's going to last all day. It's on your clothes, probably on your skin. I'm not always going to say that, because not everything lasts on my skin. My skin loves fragrances and eats it up. It'd be like, ooh, thank you, yay. But anyway, this is Andalib Flora. Of the two of them, I like them both. Do you need them both? I don't think so. It just depends on how you vibe. This one, like I said, to me is a little more juicy fruit, where this one is a little more citrusy fruit and florals. And this one is and I will honestly say, Al Andalib seems a little more elegance and put together. This one, I gotta be real with y'all, it's like, oh, they threw like the basic stuff in there, threw a little bit and said throw some sandalwood in there and it's gonna be good, and it is. So there it is. So that's Andalib and Andalib Floral. Y'all, I almost forgot about this one. This is Body Al Oud Sublime. This one came out last year. We were in love when we smelled it. It is a juicy, fruity vibe. The original ones are a little more, the original one, of course, Oud for Glory, and then, or yeah, Oud for whatever. And then the Amethyst one were so heavy and dark, whereas this one is light and juicy. This apple and this lychee is doing something. It is just juicy, fruity, and then that vanilla comes in and that patchouli keeps it together. Y'all, this, yes, I almost forgot about it. It's toward the back. Yes, yes, we need this. All right, so now these are brand new. I just got them, but I'm going to put them in here. That's kind of why I waited, because I knew I was getting these, so I wanted to show these. This is Swiss Arabian, Amber, and Apricot. This is a lighter weight amber. However, the amber is very strong. But as it's been, I've had it for a couple, not for long, but I'm starting to smell the apricot. So this is a ambery vibe with apricot, which means that it's really good for evening. I wouldn't say as it gets warmer to wear this during the day, because the amber is a little heavier than some of my other ambers that I would say are for the summertime. But this is a really cute fragrance. It's going to go stunning with your apricot and osmanthus based fragrances. So this is Apricot and Amber by Swiss Arabian. And then I picked up this one, Jasmine and Honey by Swiss Arabian. And this is giving white floral, jasmine, and honey. So I love a good honey floral, and this is exactly what this is giving. So it is in my wheelhouse, as people like to say, and it is just now let me say this, you really have to like this type of style of fragrance. Hold on just one second. You really have to like the style of fragrance, because it's just orange flower, jasmine with some honey and some cedar and patchouli. So it's a woody floral. So and what it will do and get musky, you know what I'm saying? It's a woody floral with a little musk, but it's a honeyed white floral. Love them, love them, love them. And this is coming in really inexpensive, as all these are, of course, of course, of course. All right, so let's talk about these. These are my last three that we're going to talk about, and this is a little set. There are some more of this style, but okay, we'll get into them. Anyway, this is Ajmal's Arome. Now, this is the style that they do. Some of them are cute, some of them ain't that cute to me. I've never really liked this one with this. I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. But anyway, first when I got this, I did declutter it or gave it away, but then I was like, wait a minute. So I got it again, and I really do like it. It is a really nice, pretty fragrance. It has raspberry and lemon on the top, so it has that kind of sharpness, that sharp fruitiness, but it's raspberry and lemon. And as it gets into it, you do have the white floral. So it is a white floral. It's got orange blossom, gardenia, and jasmine. But what it also has is this powderiness, this muskiness, a little vanilla. It is really a pretty fragrance. It's one of those fragrances that you would like be like, oh wow, it's very girly, very feminine. I would honestly, this is one of those fragrances, honestly, that for somebody that I know that's like starting to get into fragrance, I would want them to try this. Because, you know, depending on what they say, because like if they like, you know, girly, you know, like more girly, leaning feminine fragrances, I would definitely give this them to try, because this would be a good one to like have to start with as they're trying to get into fragrances. So this is Ajmal's Arome. All right, next up is Arome Summer. Now, this is fruity in a different way, right? This has a little apple and pear, so it has this kind of juicy sweetness to it, but it leans more into rose and peony, whereas Arome is all white florals, and this does have some orange blossom and jasmine, but this leans more into you get more rose peony from this. So it's a more of a rosy peony fruitiness as opposed to the white floral fruitiness of the original Arome. And as it dries down, it has vanilla, it has the sandalwood, it has cedar and musk. So it's definitely a floral fruity and as it dries down, you get that woody muskiness, which makes it, you know, a classic standard vibe. So this is really good. Now this one I do like. I like the little seashells. I think that's kind of cute. But anyway, so this is Ajmal's Arome Summer. All right, now this one, even though this is what they call it, this is spring summer. This is Arome Winter. I like this one too because of the little white stuff in it. But anyway, they call this, I just think they wanted to call it this. This is citrus. This is a citrusy floral. And they really don't have a lot going on. This seemed like the afterthought vibe because they don't have, it's not as complex. But it is a citrusy floral that dries down with a woody muskiness. So this is a citrusy floral with a little muskiness. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right. So this is Arome Winter. I don't know why I was going to do, but that's what I'm about to do because I thought I had some more, but that was it. Okay. So anyway, let's get to it. We're done. This is my affordable Middle Easterns for spring, giving you spring vibes. I hope you enjoyed them, my whole squad. If you have some, you know, so as always, we're done. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.